everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new documentary just dropped on Netflix. It's called Victim and Suspect, and this documentary series it focuses on all this victim who've been and we see in this documentary, when they try to press charges, sometimes how all this police department, they don't believe them, and sometimes they don't press any charges. Sometimes all these people who claim that they've been some of them actually got charges for being lied, like we see in this documentary. Like one girl, she went to jail because the police are thinking she lied about her. And this documentary does centers around this journalist. She tried to investigate what happened to all these victim cases, and when she start investigate, we see all this. Also we get to see this side of the cop. They comes on and they talk about why they're not investigate, or why sometimes they try to dismiss the case, because end of the day, when you can dismiss the case, you don't have to work on it. So this documentary was quite interesting, I would say. Although at first I was thinking it will show me something, but often it does take sideline, because this documentary does centers around this reporter, because she is trying to investigate, and this because the camera is following her around. Sometimes I felt I felt like I should be listening more to the victim, but unfortunately this is does centers around her and her investigation. So yeah, I thought while this documentary is actually quite interesting, it does bring all this crime and drama front of the us, but sometimes I feel like I didn't get my answer, like why she was charged, that like especially one incident, like we see she get charged like this, I forgot her name, and like the police come to her and they said, hey, we are flirting with him, and they ask her to drop the charge, and she just get handcuffed. And I was like, why she talked to the guy, and all, why we are not getting more information about it. So this show, yeah, it is very interesting, but it's not what you think, like as it goes on. Although I like that they also brought, how police, they try to dismiss the case because sometimes they think the victim is lying. And this like some of this story takes place in Alabama, so over there I don't know how it is, probably different. And this police, some of them are what they are saying also, you like, whoa, they do want to get less load for their work, and they're not listening to the victim. It does bothered me when I was watching it, especially listening to the victim. It was hard, and one girl, she like kind of, it is very tough subject. It does bring light to the all this thing. I think this documentary overall, it is very interesting, but sometimes it does not give audience answers. I felt like overall it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think I liked watching it. It's only 1 hour and something, and if you want to know more about how it's, although it is taking place there, because sometimes these days they do take seriously when people bring. But then again, I was thinking, sometimes people do lie, so I guess like they have to go through the evidence and do the investigation. But still, I feel like they should do investigation. They shouldn't come after the victim. Then again, sometimes these people also lie, so what to do here. But as a woman, I feel like, yeah, the victim, they are, I don't know how to say it, I guess. Anything like this kind of show is really hard to watch. Yeah, I think it was interesting. I think it's okay series. It's not bad, but it's not great either. As I was saying, sometimes it didn't answer me all the time. Overall, I think I liked checking it out, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this documentary series? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to check out other reviews on other documentary series. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.